Okay, 7th grade mid-topic checkpoint, page 227 for those that are absent. And actually, before I do anything else, I'm going to put a little star here, and I'm going to write down do 4-5XL. And if it's not already up in the Google Classroom, it will be as soon as I'm done with this video. And I think that will be due today. And this, the next 2 pages that we're going to look at, will be due tomorrow. We'll grade this tomorrow.
Today
so here's...
Sorry, today at 5 or 11:59?
Not sure yet. I'd like you guys to get it done before you go home. But we'll see. So, I can't remember. Yeah, I'm not sure yet. So... Anyways, so circle number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And for vocabulary, it says if you write an expression to represent the following situation, how can you determine which is the constant and which is the coefficient of the variable? All I want is for you to write an expression to represent the following situation. The situation they're talking about is this one right here. The zoo charges the Garcia family an admission fee of $5.25 per person and a one-time fee of $3.50 to rent a wagon for their young children. So I'm just looking for an expression to represent this particular situation, and that's all I want. Okay? Yeah, Mr. Mason? Number 2. Yeah, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. And if you're not sure about it, you can go back to lesson 4.1 and they'll give you some good examples. Circle number 3. And you can go back to lesson 4.3 as they point out right there. Number 4, you can go back to 4.2 if you want. And now number 5 here, it says Ray wants to buy a hat that costs $10 and some shirts that cost $12 each. Sales tax rate is 6.5%. It says write an expression to determine the amount of the sales tax that Ray will pay on his entire purchase. So again, I'm just looking for that expression. Now it says some shirts. So maybe use H for the hat and S for the shirts. That might help you out when you think about it. And number 6 is factor the expression 28R plus 42S minus 35. Now, in the lesson that we just graded, some of you were not using parentheses when you're factoring things out. I think there was a couple of you that didn't. So always use parentheses when you're factoring something like this. And number 7, I scratched out describe 2 ways the distributive property can be used to, and then I just left write equivalent expressions. And so I just wrote 3 expressions, and I want you to write an equivalent expression across from each one. First one is -3, and parentheses 2x plus 4. The second one is A on the outside of the parentheses, and in the parentheses is bx plus cx. And those are not like terms, even though they both have an x. And the third one, 5, and then in parentheses, 2x minus 7. And then outside the parentheses is a minus x. So I want you to write an equivalent expression for each one of those. Questions, anybody? Yeah, Mr. Fletcher?
2x minus 7? Or 2 times -7?
This is 2x minus 7. Okay. All right, next page. This is the mid-topic performance task. Each one of these is worth 2 points. A is going to be worth 2 points. B will be worth 2 points. and C will be worth 2 points. You can scratch out D. I'm not worried about D. Okay? But I want you to do each one of those, and one follows the other. So A says this week Allison bought 108 bunches of carnations and 96 bunches of roses from the supplier. It says let C represent the number of carnations in each bunch, and let R represent the number of roses in each bunch. It says write an expression to show the total number of carnations and roses that Allison bought. Pretty easy. But B, it says Allison wants to distribute the carnations and roses equally among 6 flower shops. So I guess she's driving around and dropping these off at different flower shops. So with that in mind, you have to factor the expression from part A, which you should have done, using 6 as the common factor. All right? 6 is the common factor for, that would be 108 and 96. So that's a little bit of a help right there. And then the question is, how does the factored expression help Allison determine how many carnations and how many roses each flower shop should get? Because she's dropping them off to 6 flower shops. And then C, again, C will follow from what you answered with part B. And it says there's 24 carnations in each bunch and 12 roses in each bunch. You answer to part B to determine the total number of carnations, the total number of roses Allison will distribute to each flower shop. There's 6 flower shops. Each one's going to get the same amount. And again, each one is worth 2 points. So this page, these 3 that you're going to be doing will be worth 6 points right there. So short video, but first thing I want you to do is the 4-5XL, and I think it's, let me stop